We're gonna run through installing the surf pole on the Sprinter van. 144, 170, pretty much the same, just where you get to position them is a little different. It fits on all of our roof racks except for the standard rack does require some cutting to make that one fit, and you'll see why in a second. But low pro Safari rack bolts up, no problem. Make sure before you get started, if you want, print out your instructions, get all your tools laid out, all your hardware. It definitely makes life easier to have a big work surface like this, but get yourself sorted out and we'll get started. First thing we're gonna do is start with the bottom. We're gonna get the bayonets bolted into this bottom section, leave it a little loose, and then join the two together, and then we'll make sure they're pulled tight together and tighten them up. Now that we've got it bolted together, we're just gonna hold it up there to figure out where it's gonna go. If you've got a roof rack, the feet up there may define, you can't be on top of one of the feet. If you have side steps like we do, you can't hit one of the brackets, so you've kind of got to find where it lands. The other thing to consider is what you're hauling. If you got paddle boards that are real long, or if you're running short boards or something, you don't want to be too far away. So there's a lot of option to where it could go for you. So just take your time, hold it up there, get somebody to help you hold it up there, and step back and look at it. Once you've got it laid out where you want it, you are going to need to put the rail nuts into the track so that it's held in place in there, so when we're mounting the rest of it up, it's not moving on you. If you have a roof rack and a ladder, what you can do is just shuffle the rail nuts down so you don't have to pull them all out, feed these two in. They're the same nuts that you have for your rack and your ladder, so you can just shuffle everything forward and add these ones to the back and then rebolt all that stuff down. Go ahead and grab the 3/8 button heads and the Belleville washer. It's the one that's kind of cone shaped on the top side, and then we are going to go loosely assemble this up top. If you're having fitment issues, like it's too tight, you're gonna need to go around and loosen the feet and push the rack on that side. You'll see that there's a pill slot and it can kind of be justified one way or the other. Like this, we're just barely off, so we gotta scooch the rack back more towards the center because it was pushed this way. We got this thing loosely held in there. It is roughly in position. We're gonna go down and get the bracket installed down below, and then we'll come back and tighten everything back up. You have the bottom bracket here. You can see there's this little U-channel cut out here. That's where the pinch weld goes, or the very, very bottom of the body line of your van, kind of where the underside sheet metal meets the outside sheet metal. This goes around the pinch weld. You screw up into the bottom and then through from the face using the self-tappers. You can do the same exact thing on the side steps, just in between where the brackets are, or most likely if you have a 170, right where this bracket is a good place to land is on the seam of those two side steps, and that's what these two bigger slots are actually for. So you can replace that center joining bracket or pull it off, mount this in between there, and then reinstall that bracket behind it, and use those bolts on the side steps to hold this place, just because that's a really good location on the 170. We aren't going to do that here. We're going to just do it in between the brackets of the side steps, but with those we've got to go through and loosen the steps so you can feed this through from the bottom. Once the bracket is tight, we're gonna take the carriage bolts and drop them in. You do have to come in from the top because it's a really tight fit. You might even need to pull on this guy a little bit just to get it to clear, but they do drop in from the top side. We got the surf pole tightened down where we like it. It's all done. I'm just gonna go back and tighten the roof rack back down because we had loosened it to shift it over. That's it, installed. Obviously we did this with a ladder that was already installed. If you're doing 2 surf poles and you have a rear ladder or no ladder, it's basically the same thing. For the surf hooks that clip on here, there's another video, check that out. And if there's something we didn't cover or something unique about your van, reach out to customer service. Our crew loves to chat vans, loves to help out, so reach out to us with whatever you got. Thanks guys.